Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the MUMKEY and BIGS show. I'm MUMKEY.
I'm BIGS.
And today, instead of Perkins, we are filming in a movie theater. We thought this would be, if an active restaurant at 1 a.m. is an appropriate place to do a podcast, why not an active movie theater with the previews playing?
Yeah, I thought it would be funnier to do it during the movie, but MUMKEY was heavily against it because it's like annoying, disrespectful.
Well, I mean, as a white person, I understand that talking out loud during a movie is inappropriate. I know you POCs, or I guess you BIPOCs, as you like to be called.
Pieces of crap?
BIPOC is what you are. And I know you guys love to talk out loud during movies.
Yeah.
So, I guess if you see a scary thing on screen, just yell, "Oh, hell no."
Well, I gotta ask if that guy's okay if he gets hurt.
Is that guy okay? Get out of there! Get out of there! Look out behind you! Number one
victory royale.
Yeah, Fortnite. Biggs is chewing popcorn into the microphone.
Not doing it. I'm not singing that song. He's a liar.
Did you get extra buttery topping on your large popcorn?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna put extra butter on it, but they put some powdery shit, and it's not very good.
Really?
Try it.
Oh, God. Okay, bye, everybody. We'll let you know how the movie was.
Bye.
Hot dogs cooking on the grill, yeah! Taking care of business! Not to be confused with the other hit song, Taking Care of Business by the Brady Bunch. Biggs, you a big fan of Taking Care of Business by the Brady Bunch? Biggs, it's been a few days since we filmed the cold open. Do you even remember what it was?
Didn't we film it while we were at Minari?
That's right. We went and saw the Oscar-nominated film Minari. Biggs, let's do a Kino Mini over Minari. A mini-re, if you will. Will you?
Sure.
Here's the mini-re over Minari. Kino. Biggs, what did you think of Minari? Very briefly.
I thought it was interesting. It was okay. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't something that was outstanding, I would say.
If you guys have not heard of this movie, that makes sense because, like every Oscar season, for some reason, the only movies that get nominated for Best Picture are movies that nobody's ever fucking heard of. And in the age of COVID, considering most people are not going to the movies at all, it would not surprise me if this year's crop of indie films was not on anybody's radar, especially. But Minari is a movie about, a Korean family who moves to Arkansas to start a farm in the 1980s. And a little Asian boy with the world's worst grandma. Oh, buddy.
Broken penis.
Just wait till you see this grandma. Oh, the hijinks that ensue. Here's my prediction. The actress who played the grandma probably will win that actress Oscar. I don't know if she's nominated for lead or supporting, but I'm guessing it's supporting. But did you see that the Oscars have no meaning when it comes to supporting or lead actor anymore. They can just, I don't remember who it was specifically, but this year for Judas and the Black Messiah, the studio nominated one of their actors to be the lead or something, and then the Oscars said, nah, actually we think he was the supporting role. So it like they just make shit up. It doesn't even fucking matter. So for all I know, this grandma who's in the movie for maybe 45 minutes is the main character. Who can fucking say? But that is the monkey prediction of the week. The old lady from Minari will win Best Actress at the Oscars. The movie itself? I don't know. It's got some real steep competition from 2020. There's Sonic the Hedgehog, Bad Boys for Life. Even though, wasn't that Bad Boys 3? Shouldn't they have saved the 4 Life for the 4th movie? It should have been called Bad Boys 3 Life, if you know what I'm saying. What
does 3 life mean?
I have no life, so I can't even imagine having 3.
Oh, so that's 3 times what you have.
No, 3 times 0 is still 0. So yeah, that's the Minari Kino. Go check it out. I'd say it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. There's a scene where the grandma is speaking broken English, and like Biggs alluded to, she does claim that a young boy has a broken penis. And then they go to church and she yells it out loud in front of everybody. Lay epic cringe XD, I gotta tell you. Biggs, speaking of lay epic cringe, you want to hear some more Juice Boy news?
Oh boy, what did he do now?
We got a Juice Boy update. Last week we talked all about it. And a few days after our podcast went live, Juice Boy did not email us again. I think he listened to our podcast and gave up on us giving him a fair shot. Or I guess an unfair shot. He wants us to fucking cancel our comment sections. But he did go to his subreddit, which, first of all, the subreddit for Political Juice says in the description, this is the fan-made, fan-run Discord for Political Juice. And then you go there, and every single post is deleted, and it's just a stickied post from Political Juice himself. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure this is a fan-made thing, you fucking liar. Such fucking bullshit. If I started a Monkey Jones Discord, I would not say it was fan-made if I'm the one running it. You fucking fraud! But he wrote a whole goddamn book explaining why he deleted the channel. And I thought, hey, let's just get his own words on it. Now we don't have to put words in his mouth anymore. And I'm going to let Biggs read this because he just woke up and he has not said a fucking word this whole podcast. So there you go, buddy. Let's make this the MUMKEY and Biggs show. What? Why? He's right there!
I thought you scrolled.
No.
You can't scroll. This is the whole thing.
No. If you want to go to the next... Yeah, it's screenshots.
Okay. A note of deletion. PJ deleted his... Wait, so he's claiming not to be Political Juice, or he's talking in the third person?
He's doing the same thing he did when he emailed us. He refers to himself as PJ in the third person, which is so stupid, when you can see that the guy who posted this is named Political Juice. Just say I and me, unless PJ is his preferred pronoun, but even then you can just say I.
Anyways, PJ deleted his account because it has become an attraction for far too many alt-right goons and creepily obsessive online people.
When he says creepily obsessive online people, I have to assume he's referring to the only podcast that acknowledges his existence, because I don't see anybody else creepily discussing him online other than us. Do you think he might be...
I don't know. The comment section, my guy, they were being creepy.
But it's
watch his videos.
It's our comment section, though. I feel like this is back in high school where like they're going to just pin us as the ringleaders. And anything that our associates do is all going to be pinned on us.
Come on, you were the ringleader back then.
I'm still the ringleader because you're a goddamn circus clown.
Okay,
You could be the bearded lady, Biggs. If we started a circus, the Biggs circus, go to the big top, the big tent, go see the bearded Biggs. Instead of bearded lady, it's just the bearded Biggs. It's not even I guess it's a freak show in one way. Continue.
He began the channel as an illiterate 18-year-old who convinced others that he knew more than he did just by regurgitating things he heard on talk radio. This invited a certain type of right-leaning audience, generic conservatives, MAGA types, far-right figures, etc. Other videos created as extraneous fun and ideally harmless invited a different type of audience that did not care about politics primarily, but cared more about shitposting, being mean for its own sake, or as an identity in and of itself, etc. Given this foundation, it became difficult to grow the channel or find a different type of audience, one more considerate or interested in serious topics, as PJ sought to take...
Pause. That is straight up a lie. For months, he has been posting new podcast episodes explaining, I don't agree with my old rhetoric, I'm a different kind of conservative, I hate Trump, blah, blah, blah. And while he did get a lot of hate from the MAGA people in his comment section, and his like to dislike ratio was 50-50, that's still 50-50. There are still thousands of people who are interested in what you have to say, even with the new enlightened mindset that you claim to have. Why is he pretending like he couldn't find rational, normal people to be in his audience when half of the people left over were exactly what he was looking for. He's just so full of shit. He's pretending like every single person was constantly shitting on him, when now the only reason we're shitting on him is because he deleted it, not because it existed.
Yeah, I think it's just the whole Streisand effect that we explained last time.
No, we did not explain that. We explained the Streisand effect without ever saying the term. For some reason, it was just not in my brain to say the most obvious explanation for what's going on. But yes, it is called the Streisand effect. And I don't know if you've seen Reddit, but Reddit has been experiencing that a little bit lately too with their new admin. Have you read anything about that?
I have not, no.
That's a deep rabbit hole. I don't know if we want to go down. I might bring that up on the Trash Rats later this week.
But yeah, so I think it's just he originally wanted to delete everything, and now that he can't, he's just trying to save face by saying all this garbage. That's probably what's going on.
And if he actually believes every word of what he's writing, that's even sadder than if he's trying to save face with a bunch of bullshit. Because most of what he's saying and what he's going to say later on is so absurd. Like, he ends up calling himself a massive racist when he's this little fucking Japanese kid making conservative videos. Oh no, they were racist! Oh, did the Democratic and Republican parties switch in the 70s and 80s? Racist! You fucking idiot. So stupid. I have the videos. I've rewatched them recently. There's no racist rhetoric in any of them, but we'll get to the racism part. Keep going.
As PJ sought to take the channel in a different direction, or simply changed his mind in the face of new information, which you're not allowed to do with some committed ideologies.
Again, just fucking pansy-ass bullshit. You can change your ideology anytime, and anybody who says otherwise, just don't listen to them because they're fucking idiots. If you think you're not allowed to change your mind about something, I mean, clearly you are an 18-year-old illiterate moron, because being an adult is changing your mind about stuff when presented with new evidence all the time. At least a mature person does that, I assume.
Yeah, and
Biggs, when's the last time you changed your opinion on something when presented with new evidence?
You're not allowed to do this with some committed ideologies. I honestly think that's both a good portion of the left and right. Basically,
well, yeah, those are the people I would consider immature.
Yeah, like, you're not allowed to bring new information and change minds. This is what's been preset from when I was growing up, and if you say anything against it, basically don't talk to me or I'm going to just scream profanity at you. So.
Or as the religious people would call it, blind faith. There's a reason why they don't. There's a reason why Christians don't believe in science in terms of proving the Bible correct. Because when they get evidence and irrational evidence that what they believe is wrong, they blindly ignore it in favor of their faith. Which, whatever, go for it. You can pretend you're going to heaven. I don't care. But when it comes to like political stances, you don't need to have blind faith in your fucking party. If you're presented with an idea that changes your mind, you should embrace it. Not... You get what I'm saying. Keep going.
For about the last 2 years or so, this portion of the audience simply would not leave in spite of changes to the channel, and simply became more bitter and abusive. No wonder the obsessive impulse of internet life is powerful. Rather than pursue a better way of discussion or inquiry, they simply double down on the only thing they know.
No, is he discussing himself? You're the one who refuses to acknowledge the change. All you had to do was make videos explaining why you changed your ideology. You're the one who's doubling down and trying to delete all of these videos from existence. You're the one doing all the things that you're claiming they're doing. Just explain to us why your mind changed. You can't just say, oh, the party switch video was racist. Explain to me why it's racist. Explain to me why it's wrong. You can't just say, oh, I was just regurgitating radio talk show points. Okay, then explain why they're fucking wrong. The Political Juice channel was supposed to be educational. Why aren't you teaching me these things? Instead of, it's so fucking stupid. Can you tell I'm a little upset about Political Juice's entire existence at this point?
Yeah, I mean, what he's trying to say here is pretty bullshit.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to post this and move on, and I think he's not going to move on. He's just going to keep spiraling down into his own dump, basically.
He has, after he posted that, I was hoping he would just disappear and move on like we told him to, but he has gotten several of our fans' YouTube channels completely terminated because they reposted some of his videos. So he's clearly still compulsively, obsessively filing copyright strikes against any re-upload. So if you want to keep this guy busy for the rest of his life, all of you, just keep reposting his videos. He will literally dedicate his entire life, every single day, to getting these taken down. And I hope that he does. I hope that he has to live with this forever.
Rather than continue going on with a split audience, PJ has simply decided to call it quits and pursue a life of reading. The more you read, the more you realize just how much you really don't know about anything, and it is better to try and inform yourself than to prophesize innocent strangers online with incomplete, partial, and blatantly biased information. Especially since in the age of the internet, people are simply more inclined to trust random strangers on the internet as being bearers of truth when they're actually ignorant 18-year-olds who just regurgitate talk radio and convince gullible people otherwise. And the more you read, the more you recognize the severity of this problem.
So whatever happened to be the change you want to see in the world, Juice Boy? Is the change you want to represent in the world one of censorship and deletion? Why not continue what you were doing the last 10 videos you made and continue reading these books and getting great quotes out of them and using them as sources and citing them to create these theses, or whatever you want to call them, all these great ideas that you have. I really enjoyed hearing you use 10 different books I was never going to read as a source for some of these ideas. So why are you going to just abandon that? If you want us all to be so much better and be more like you and read these books, why not keep making videos using these books as sources, so then maybe we will be inspired to go read them ourselves? I almost went and bought a copy of that book, Bowling Alone, because he used it in like 5 of his videos.
In other words, practically all of the information in PJ videos were false, misleading,
No!
otherwise
You can't say that when you cited your sources! How can the info be false when you cited your sources? That's not how it works!
Hey, listen, it wasn't true to his truth, okay?
Yeah. I wanted to make a non-biased video. Oh, okay.
Videos were false, misleading, or otherwise downright poisonous/toxic for public consumption. Those who are spreading these videos are not only stealing PJ's intellectual property, but are spreading outright lies based on ignorance and randomly sourced nonsense from talk radio or other poorly researched and non-authorized works. Many of those spreading the deleted work happen to be either alt-right or alt-right adjacent.
Nope, being in BIGS are neither of those things, and we still think that the college video is a 10 out of 10. You're going to say we're alt-right because we enjoyed your 3-hour college video?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's going to do that because
he has nothing else to say?
Well, he has nothing else to say, but also he knows it's like something that if he gets to stick, it's going to like damage us somehow. Which
everyone I don't like is a Nazi. Everyone I don't like is alt-right.
That's basically all people do anymore.
Complete pussy shit.
Or alt-right adjacent. Not a comfortable fact to realize. If alt-right goons are so attracted to the channel, then perhaps the channel and conservatism more broadly are rather tainted with some bad ideas, which makes you wake up to a serious problem that conservatism has. It's actually quite racist.
Oh my fucking God.
The past thing for you to...
Wait, Biggs. Lower taxes is racist? Okay. You know, the principles of conservatism at their core are racist. Lower taxes, greater freedoms, less big government control over our lives, the Second Amendment. These are all racist, Biggs. Biggs, are you a racist as a Mexican man who owns a gun? Are you a big fat racist?
My issue with the word racist is how wrong it's being used anymore. If I if I remember correctly, the definition of racism is believing that your race is better or higher than any other race, correct?
Well, I mean, I know that that's true, but I don't think I'm a racist.
So why are they using that term for so many things that literally it has nothing to do with?
Because it's the lay epic buzzword, I automatically win. If I can label the other side as racist or alt-right or Nazi, I automatically win. I don't even have to make a coherent point. Because the other side is racist.
Like, even with all these, like, the Dr. Seuss books being banned and all that, that's not even racist either. That's prejudice. There's a word for it.
I don't think he was prejudging the Chinese man who eats with sticks. I think he was mocking them for their characteristics. I think it was a little bit racist, but I still think it was a funny book.
I don't think so. I don't think it's racist.
Wouldn't prejudice be like, I'm not going to give this guy a job because he's Chinese, instead of you have buck teeth and eat food with a stick?
It literally just means to prejudge something. And if you're prejudging that a certain race is like this, like they...
Well, they are like that. They do eat with sticks.
What do they call it? Generalizing or whatever?
Yeah.
That's prejudice, not racism.
You're going to tell me Chinese men do not eat with stick? That's not, I mean,
they do.
Is it prejudice if it's correct?
That, or, what was it? Like, it was in Peter Pan where one of the guys on Peter Pan got canceled because he dressed like an Indian, and then he got the other kids to, like, dance around the fire going, la, 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 la. Like, are you serious?
I haven't seen the Peter Pan
That's
movies.
ridiculous.
I haven't seen any.
They're being so stupid.
Is Peter Pan worth watching? I have not seen any iteration of it, including the Robin Williams one. Should I see Hook?
Honestly, okay, I remember a decent bit of Hook, and that was a good movie. I thought that was funny. I honestly can't remember most of the original, not original, but the Disney cartoon.
The only Neverland I need is at Michael Jackson's ranch, if you know what I'm saying, brother.
Is that Ram Ranch?
God, I wish.
Let me finish this last sentence.
I'm gonna let you finish.
The best thing for you to do is to let this horrid channel rest in peace.
Good luck.
And read more books, preferably scholarly. PJ will never be returning to YouTube.
And that's a lie, because then he reinstated his account so that he could falsely DMCA all these fucking videos. Including, and we mentioned this before, some random kid who made my top 5 favorite YouTubers video. He made that 2 years ago and included one clip from Political Juice, and Political Juice got that channel or that video taken down. Not even a re-upload. That was fair use. As soon as you DMCA one fair use video, even one, every other claim you try to make, I don't care. You just gave up your right to your intellectual property that I'm not profiting from.
Wait, is it really his intellectual property if he's saying it was founded on fake or false information and blah, blah, blah? It's not intellectual anymore, right?
No, and if he's disowning it, if I don't want my couch anymore and I put it on the curb for the trash man to take it away, and then some fucking hobo comes and takes the couch, am I gonna sue him for stealing my fucking property? Probably not, because I put it on the curb for the garbage man to take it away, and I was hoping it would never exist again on this earth. DMCA something that's not even monetized, that you're not making any money from, something that you're trying to hide from the world, that's not how it works. You're a fucking scumbag. I would say consider suicide, but he would probably perceive that as a threat. So please consider living a long, long life so that you can spend each and every day taking down your own videos over and over again. What's the story of that fucking guy who has to push the boulder up the mountain and it never ends? That's gonna be him for the rest of his life, and I hope he knows that. I hope he knows that until he lets this go, he's gonna be pushing that boulder up the hill, hoping that we never re-upload the Juice Boy college video again, and he's got a world of hurt coming if he actually thinks that's how it's gonna work out.
I couldn't even imagine how stressful he's made his own life by doing this.
Extremely!
Could you imagine waking up every morning and jumping online and the first thing you do is try and take down re-uploads, and you just do that all day?
How would he even get any sleep? We should just start re-uploading them at 2 a.m. So now he has to be paranoid. He'll never fall asleep. He's always constantly checking his phone, searching his own name to see if somebody posted his shit again. Every hour, every day. Good luck. GG.
Yeah, and at this point, it would be almost fun, like an Easter egg hunt, to just upload on random channels across YouTube. Don't even put his name or anything in the tags and the title, nothing. So he really has to look for these re-uploads.
Yeah. And we can just share them in our little alt-right community that we have here, Biggs. We're all racist here on the MUMKEY and Biggs show. We're all alt-right. We're all Nazis. And we all acknowledge that the parties did switch. They did. It's true, they did. And it's racist to say otherwise.
It's racist to have any opinions.
True. Very true. Unless you got your opinion specifically from a quote-unquote scholarly book, you are a racist.
What, CNN.com?
That's not a book. Racist. Racist.
Hey.
Don Lemon? More like Lemon Party, am I right? Ready to move on?
Yeah.
So we filmed The Wheel of Cursed Meals 3, and it was just completely out of the blue. We actually were not even planning on doing it. When we went to go see the Minari movie, 2 or 3 days ago? What day was it that we saw that?
That was Sunday.
Sunday, and today's Wednesday.
Sunday.
Sunday, my brother came into town, and we went and saw that movie. And then I was like, hey, we should film something. Oh, I know. How about we film The Wheel tomorrow, since my brother's in town? And then we're like, oh, shit, okay, I guess we're doing it. And in 12 hours, we had to finish painting the wheel. We had to go buy all the supplies. It was a hapdash operation.
So this is how it actually went. We get back from Minari. I go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm in the bathroom. I come out, and I hear Biggs. You want to record something tomorrow? I go, sure, why not? And then Patchy's like, oh, he said yes, we got to do it. He's locked in, can't back out now. And I'm like, what are we recording? And MUMKEY's like, we're recording The Wheel. And I'm like, oh no, please God, no.
You were hoping we would hold it off until next Valentine's Day.
I was hoping it was just some cringe video that we would upload.
Oh, it's a cringe video.
And ended up being a cringe video, yes, but it also hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wheel 3. It's very painful.
I wanted to film a cringe video that did not harm my body.
Well, I've got good news for everybody. The Wheel 3 should be going up on April Fool's Day. I decided, since I haven't posted any videos on...
Since you're such a clown.
Yeah, I haven't posted any videos on Simmy and Jimmy all year, so I thought my April Fool's Day joke video this year would just be posting a video. So
you thought it was gone.
So from one shitty holiday to another, we moved the video from Valentine's Day to April 1st, and
I mean, they're both the joke, if you know what I mean.
Both days I sit in excruciating torture, waiting for something horrible to happen to me. So yeah, I guess they're very similar. So look forward to seeing that. Plus, since Patchy was there, we did not have to rely on literally just tripod and trading the camera back and forth. We actually have a number of shots where we're both on camera at the same time.
Wow.
And not on a tripod. We got a cameraman. And you super pathetic fans will be super excited to hear
oh boy,
that even though the video itself will probably be like, 30 to 40 minutes on average, there will be a 2.5 hour version known as the Patchy Cut, because from beginning to end, when we started filming to when we finished, my brother Patchy had his smartphone out and just filmed everything, including the downtime. So if you've ever wanted to watch me and Biggs sit on the couch on our phones in silence for 10 minutes straight, the day after I post the actual wheel, we will be posting the Patchy Cut to this channel. And you can see it in all its glory. You can piece together which parts got cut out of the final cut, and you can say, oh, why did you cut out the part when Biggs screamed the N-word for 10 minutes? That was great. So you can truly experience the ultimate friend simulator coming soon. But Biggs, let's talk about our experience without any spoilers. How do you think this wheel went compared to Wheel 1 and 2? Do you think this will be a better episode than Wheel 2 at least?
Yes.
Really?
I think it's going to be way better because I guess I can't say too much. Just trust me.
There's probably 18,000% more vomiting in this video.
Yeah, there's a lot of puking to the extent...
From both of us.
To the extent where the sink was clogged a couple times.
Clogged with vomit.
It was so bad. Why do we keep throwing up in the sink and not the trash?
No, the sink definitely is where the vomit should go. There's a garbage disposal in the...
Yeah.
Like, it'll grind it all up and get it out of there. I don't want it sitting in my... Like, wet vomit sitting in my trash can.
We would throw it out after the video, but...
I think it's better off in the sink, honestly.
Ugh, it was awful. I think my stomach... Well, okay. The chocolate in number 1...
Was the worst
was
thing of
the
all?
worst thing I've ever done in my life. The second wheel video, I mean, I kind of wimped out of most things, so...
Well,
really,
you did have to drink a full cup of blazing hot sauce. I'm guessing that would be the second worst thing you've had to do, and you didn't even finish it?
No, that wasn't the second worst.
What was the second worst?
So the third wheel was probably, other than the chocolate from the first...
the second worst moment of your life was during Wheel 3?
Yes.
I gotta remember what that would be.
Oh yeah, it was the... How can I say this with no spoilers?
Give me plenty of innuendo.
I don't even know. It's literally so simple. I can't think of anything else.
I'll give my own innuendo. Let's just say that I have a very sensitive mouth, not to spicy foods, although I think, what's the ingredient in spicy food? Like capsaicin or some shit?
I have no idea.
There are various types of flavors and ingredients that cause reactions in my mouth. Like I'll get little bumps of like pain sores. I don't know if you would call them canker sores or what the fuck. But back in the day, one of my favorite beverages was lemonade. And for years now, I've been unable to drink lemonade because it just causes little bumps of pain on my tongue. And as somebody who tries to podcast and make videos for a living, it's very difficult to speak with all these sores in my mouth. And I'm not going to say what I landed on, but something that I had to consume may or may not have caused a lot of those sores in my mouth that I am struggling with right now. And every single word is probably coming out slurred because of the immense pain that I'm constantly in until this recovers. But so that's my innuendo of something I had to do. What's yours?
Well, I guess a lot of the items, there's a large quantity that had to be consumed.
That was the tough one for you?
The worst one for me was the smallest quantity thing I had to consume.
Okay, I'm looking at the wheel now. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Top right white one.
Top right. Oh, that was that bad? That was the second worst?
Yes.
Really?
The pain I went through from that, from that, it just literally my whole throat started to swell halfway through.
Really? Yeah. No, I can imagine why.
When I was almost done, it almost came up.
It's basically like swallowing sandpaper, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it was awful. Like I was like, maybe this one won't be so bad, but
that was one of the ones I wanted to do. So, but now that I hear that how bad it was, if it was worse than the blazing sauce, it's got to be terrible.
It was bad. I never doing it again.
Wheel 4, it's gonna be nothing but that.
I mean.
Should I put, for the people in the comments who are dying to know specifically what we're talking about, should I just, like at the bottom of the description of this podcast, say what it was in case the inquiring minds want to know? Because it's not...
I mean, I can always come back and edit it once the video comes out.
Come back and... Well, yeah, but I
don't want spoilers before it's out.
Who fucking cares about one of the 5 rounds of the thing you had to eat? If I was listening and I was like, oh man, that sounds terrible, I'm dying to know what it was. And then when they watch the video, they're not going to know which one necessarily. I don't fucking care. Fuck these people. We're not telling you shit. Fuck you.
They already got a color. They'll know which one it is.
Good point. Good point. I guess that's all the non-spoilers we can say about the wheel, but look forward to that coming out in about a week.
So should we talk about punishment timing so they know when to look out for that too?
Oh yeah, we decided we didn't even mention what the punishment would be to these poor fools yet.
Oh yeah, because it's at the beginning of the wheel video, but
Yeah.
they have no idea what it is.
We really struggled to think of a good punishment for the loser this time around, and I had lots of suggestions that Biggs turned down. I said the loser has to shave off their eyebrows, and Biggs said no. I said
I'm already ugly enough. I don't need anything else kicking me in the balls.
I said the loser has to prank call their own mother, and Biggs said no, I love and respect my mother oh so much, I would never want to break her heart like that.
Yeah, she is a wonderful woman.
We need more Bigstory about how terrible your mom is. Because those have got to be some good stories. So ultimately we decided, and say that this is lame all you want, I think it's lay epic.
I don't think they're going to call it lame. They're going to love watching it, so.
The loser, 2 days after the video comes out, so Saturday, April 3rd, the loser will be doing a 3-hour live stream watching gay porn and narrating the entire experience. So if you've ever wanted to watch a man or perhaps two men who may or may not have tied in the game, sit there watching gay porn for 3 full hours and narrating everything that's happening on screen, tune in because that stream will be happening fairly soon.
And the other part of it was the winner got to choose where they started, right? Like they got to choose
the winner will get to use their vast knowledge of gay pornography to choose the starting video for the loser. So I'm really looking forward to this stream. I think it's gonna be a hoot and a holler, a gander and a squalor, and all these other words that don't make any sense.
I'm just glad it's over.
Well, Biggs, guess who has herpes? That's the next topic. Guess who has herpes? I think should that be the title of the episode to get people to click on it? Guess who has herpes?
Yeah.
Can the thumbnail be a picture of you?
Sure, yeah. That'll really draw them in.
Biggs, about a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I was rearranging my house a little bit. I decided that having both of the cats' litter boxes in the same room with the carpeted floor, maybe not the smartest, best position for it, so I moved the litter boxes. I put one in the laundry room and one in my master bathroom. And then, a few days later, I start to notice that my poor baby boy Blaze, my black beautiful boy, as some might say, he was having some eye issues. He had, at first I thought it was just normal eye boogers, in the corner of somebody's eye, you get a little bit of mucus there. You just, you dig it out and slurp it up and it tastes really good. I assume that's how most people dispose of their eye boogers. How about you, Biggs? Is that what you do?
Yeah, and I guess I'm not sure why, but when I was little, and even now, I guess, my family has always referred to it as getting sleep in your eye. I don't know why we call it
Sleep in
that.
your eye?
Yeah, because it builds up while you're asleep,
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. It's kind of weird thinking about it. But yeah, I've always referred to it as getting sleep in your eye for some reason.
I can't remember the last time I had to deal with that issue personally. Do you think it's more of like a childhood thing? Or do adults get it very often?
I think most people get it. Maybe not to the extent as they did when they were a kid, but...
Yeah. Well, anyway, Blaze was putting up with that, and I would get a little Q-tip and clean it out, and then the next day there would be more. So I decided to Google it, and it turns out WebMD, you know how WebMD, everybody thinks that they have cancer when they look at it? Turns out WebMD for cats is 1,000,000 times more alarming. I looked it up and it said, if your cat has green eye boogers, it's probably an infection, and if you don't treat it soon, your cat will go blind. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? Holy shit, I don't want my cat going blind. Can you imagine how many subscribers I would lose if that happened? There would be a hashtag #BlindBlaze. So I'm very concerned about my 1.5-year-old beautiful boy going fucking blind. Because they say that if the eye boogers are bright green, then you might go blind from an infection. And it just so happens his are bright fucking green, which I thought was a normal color for mucus, but evidently for cats it's not appropriate. So I make an emergency visit to the vet, take him in there. $45, Biggs. These fucking vets, what do they think we love our animals or some shit? Charging us $45 for a 20-minute appointment? I don't think so. But the vet tells me, oh yeah, it's not really a lot to be concerned about. Your cat's probably not going to go blind, but if it keeps getting worse, bring it in. But the diagnosis was feline herpes. Feline herpes is causing this weird mucus to go in his eyeball. And I'm thinking, where the fuck did he get herpes from? As far as I know, Blaze is a virgin, like his master.
So I guess, did you give it to each other?
It very well could be. My hypothesis is that Isabel also has it, and he got it from her when I got her from the pound or whatever you want to... Is it a pound when it's cats, or is that just dogs?
I think the pound refers to any place that holds a bunch of animals.
Because it's where you go to, get your dick pounded when you have sex with animals.
Is this podcast almost over?
Nope.
Nope.
But you might be wondering why I even... Oh, and also I think maybe he just... The vet told me most cats actually do have feline herpes and that they get it at some point when they're kittens. So, whatever. I guess it's something you just live with and it's not usually an issue. But the vet said when you have feline herpes, the mucus in the eyeball gets triggered by stress. And I'm thinking, well, what in the absolute fuck does this little furball have to be stressed about? He lives, of all the creatures and humans I know, Blaze has the best life of them all. I can't think of a single stressful thing in his entire environment. But then she said, well, some of the causes of stress could be rearranging the furniture. And I thought, fuck. There we go. Full circle, that's it. I moved his litter box, and that stressed him out because he's a fucking idiot. And now he has green mucus in his eye and might go blind from it. But I think he has grown to accept the new furniture placement because I have not seen as much mucus in his eyes. So hopefully he's not going blind anytime soon. That said, if it gets worse, bring him back in, and it looks like it's only getting better. But then, when I bring him home from the vet, the most bizarre shit I've ever seen happened. Isabel, my other cat, walks over to Blaze very calmly. Blaze is just sitting on the floor, minding his own business. He just got back from the vet. He has no clue what the hell's going on. He's just sitting there, acting cute. Isabel walks over, sniffs him, and then hisses in his face. He's not even doing anything. So I have to WebMD Google this fucking shit too. And it turns out it's a very common thing when a cat comes home from the vet. They might smell different. And cats evidently do not rely on their eyesight when it comes to identifying other living things. They rely on their sense of smell, which I think is straight up retarded. I thought cats had very good eyesight so that they could see predators and that they could go hunt and shit. And Blaze is just a... Who else would it be? Blaze looks like Blaze. He's a black furball. I get that he now smells like the vet's office, but she literally does not recognize who he is anymore and hisses in his face from smelling him. And Blaze, I mean, I don't know if he's ignorant or what, but he has this other cat hissing in his face and he doesn't even react. He's just like, he's staring at her like, what in the fuck did I do? Thankfully, she now recognizes him again. I assume he licked himself until he smelled normal, but that blew my mind. That cats would not recognize each other by sight when he just looks like a giant black furball.
Well, I mean, she is a pound cat, so she's probably seen other black cats, and the other black cats, damn it, weren't Blaze.
What, do you have, a hairball?
Yeah, I got a fur ball. It's from all the herpes I was getting from Blaze. But Or I guess I don't know. Do cats, like, how long is their memory span on locations? Because do they remember locations based off smell too?
I don't know, dude. And I'm guessing the scientists who are making these claims also don't know. Because they've never been a cat. How would they know?
Maybe she remembers what the vet smells like and she's like,
uh-oh.
A traitor.
True. It is the same vet that she goes to. So maybe she just associates that smell with stressful memories or something. That could be it.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know how long their memory is for other locations like that. Whereas like a dog, even saying the word vet, if you've said it before and taken them to the vet, if you say it after, they'll like freak out because they know what you mean.
Oh no. Dogs are too smart for their own good.
So they'll like whine and cry and run away.
Yeah. And the other thing about Isabel is that she thinks that plastic is food. And if I leave a plastic bag out, she'll start eating it. And Blaze doesn't do that. So I think Isabel just might be a fucking idiot.
There's been many times where I come over and I set like a bag of something I had brought over down. And she'll just, she'll be over there chilling next to it, sniffing it. And then we'll just hear like chewing plasticky noises. And we'll look over and she's just munching on that bag like it's food.
Who taught her that plastic bags are food? Does it taste good? I've never tried it. Evidently, it must be delicious. I don't understand Isabel. She's something else.
Yeah. And Monkey doesn't like to admit it, but there's times where I see her staring off into corners of the house, just looking super pissed. She's got her ears tucked back. Her eyes are like slanted back and like she's got her head down. She's like furiously pissed off.
She's a crotchety old woman, okay? She's like, what, 9 years old now? She's an old lady in cat years. She has to put up with an annoying 1.5-year-old brother who smells like the vet all the time. It's no wonder why she's always so pissed. She's always happy when I'm around.
It's just funny. I like look over and I'm like, Isabel, why are you so mad? What's wrong? And then she'll just like perk her ears up and look at me like, you know, she's the happiest cat on the planet.
Is she staring at Blaze when she's pissed?
A lot of times I catch her doing that, but other times it's just like staring at your bedroom door, staring over into the corner by the cat food. She just looks pissed at life. And I'm like, are you okay?
She is overly expressive because her mouth will form the same expressions that a human mouth will. And that's not how cat emotions work, if I recall. But just to see her with a big, you know, like the grumpy cat meme, she'll have a big frown on her face because she's missing some teeth. And I think it's, at first, when I saw her in the pound, I was like, wow, that cat is so ugly that it's beautiful. But now I accept her for what she is. And she's just straight up normal beautiful, even with the weird mouth.
Yeah.
I think it just makes me laugh to see a cat with a huge frown on her face all the time.
That or sometimes part of her mouth will get like caught on her top teeth or something. It look like she's making a disappointed look at you. And it's like, yeah, I get that too. Even if that's not what you mean, I understand. I would be disappointed in me too.
I'm glad that this podcast has returned to its roots of two gay men discussing their cats.
Yeah.
Which is what it's been for, I think, about 2 years now. Are we coming on the 2-year anniversary of this channel? Has that happened yet?
For some reason, I remember just passing the 1st year anniversary.
Of this podcast.
Yeah.
But what's the anniversary of the Spyro? I guess it would be we uploaded a Blue's Clues Let's Play as our very first video. That would be our anniversary.
Wasn't that in September?
Was it? That would make sense.
September.
Do you remember uploading the Blue's Clues Let's Play? I don't think that song did not sound very good. Well, that's all I brought this week, Biggs. You got any Biggs news? You got any Bigstery you want to cover?
Bigstery?
Oh, there is some Bigstery I want to cover, actually. Because, and if you get queasy, you might want to leave the podcast.
Uh-oh.
I found out today that on Biggs's big toe, he does not have a toenail.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. And how did I not know this about you? You do not have... should we post a photo of that? It's just disgusting. What happened to the toenail on your toe? I've never seen a toe that didn't have a nail on it. And it's been in my house all this time.
To be fair, it's been covered in a sock.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know your kinks, but usually you don't look at my feet.
Oh, wait, you're looking at mine?
No, I'm saying like maybe you look at others, but you don't look at mine.
If I had a foot fetish, I would go straight to you. You have the biggest, pudgiest feet. Like, I would be all over that. You could massage those things. You could suck those toes. You wouldn't even get any nail residue in your mouth.
So, in the comment section, can you please tell me how to make someone get a new kink? Because that sounds fantastic.
Oh, you want me to get a foot fetish?
Getting my feet massaged when I come over to my good friend's house, that sounds awesome.
But you would, while I'm rubbing your foot, you have to stroke my cock is the thing.
Oh, well, that just makes it better.
But my cock is so small, you won't be able to reach it from that far.
I think I probably wouldn't be able to reach it anyways because of my big stomach.
Well, we could probably do some sort of 69
so
position.
anyways,
with
the way I got
hand
this
job.
was, so what I was told by the foot doctor was...
What year was this?
When I got it removed?
Yeah.
Early last year?
Oh, so this is recent.
Early last year.
Right before Corona.
Yeah. So basically...
before we went to Mall of America.
I got an ingrown toenail, and basically the foot doctor told me it could happen a number of ways, like whether you cut your nails wrong or...
If somebody moves your litter box.
What was probably my issue, he said, was like bumping it or in your shoes. If you like if you work in like work boots and stuff, it could smash on the sides of the work boots and that could cause it.
Oh yeah, you wear work boots. You certainly go to work and work hard every day. Typical Mexican man, working hard for his family.
At my last job, that's all I wore for like 4 years. It was work boots, steel toes.
I can't remember a time when you had a job, Biggs. It's been so long. Did you get your stimmy yet?
Yeah, I got my Biden bucks.
I didn't get my fucking stimmy yet. What the hell? Anyway, keep going.
So I went in about it because it started getting really bad and like...
Was it painful?
It was it was like terribly painful for like 3 years, but I just lived
3 years?
I just lived with it because I'm like, if I trim it every now and then, it won't hurt as bad, but like any pressure on my toe at all would basically have me keeled over in pain, like on the ground. Like that's how bad it was. And so like at work, when I'd be working, if I like stepped up onto something and like made the wrong movement, my toe would smash into the side of my boot.
Oh, God.
And then I would just fall off of whatever I'm climbing on and just lay there in excruciating pain. And all those years, my mom's like, just go get it fixed. Why don't you just get it fixed? And I'm like, I could. That would be really smart. And then I just didn't. I don't know why. So I go into the doctor, and they're like,
and the doctor said, no more MUMKEY jumping on the bed. Go give him head. Is that what the doctor said? He just pretended to punch me in the dick? Okay.
I was going to punch you in the head.
Oh, okay. That's acceptable.
So the doctor's like...
And the doctor said...
So
no!
Dude, what is stuck in my throat?
Were you licking Blaze all day or something?
I had to, dude, my throat.
No more MUMKEY giving Biggs head.
It doesn't help
that I'm interrupting you.
That I woke up. Wow, it's really bad.
What is wrong with you? Do you have corona? Get the fuck out of my house.
It doesn't help that I woke up, and as soon as I sat up on the couch, I look at my phone and I hear the hot dogs cooking song echoing down the hallway. I look to my right, MUMKEY's just staring at me. He's like, is it podcast time? I'm like, yeah.
Now, you might be thinking, MUMKEY, how dare you? 9 a.m. Biggs just woke up. You're making a podcast? Biggs, you want to tell everybody what time it is?
It's actually 10 a.m.
It's 5:42 p.m.
Listen, we have this thing. Well, I have this thing where when I'm at MUMKEY's house, whenever we eat a meal, I immediately turn off and fall asleep for like 2 to 3 hours, depending.
I thought eating a meal turned you on, not off.
That's while I'm eating it.
Hot dogs cooking.
It's a very fine window, ladies, if you're wondering. But as soon as I'm done with the meal, it's lights out.
Wait, so if a woman gave you dinner and a blowjob, you would probably pass out for a full day?
No.
Okay, well.
So the doctor said, there's 2 things we could do.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed?
We could either cut the sides of your nail, your toenail.
I thought you were going to say cut off the toe, and I was very excited to see where that was going.
No. We could cut off the sides of your toenail and hope it grows back normally. Or we could take the whole nail. And he said...
So you chose the extreme option?
He said, with the severity that mine was, like how bad it was, he said he estimated maybe within 6 months it would have grown like back into being ingrown. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel like coming back into your office 8 times for this. Just take it off. So he's like, oh, okay. So do you want to schedule it? I was like, no, can you just do it right now? And he's like, I mean, yeah, sure.
What is the process of removing a big toenail?
He said, this is the procedure. First, we'll take a needle with some numbing agent in it, and we're going to shove it directly down the tip of your toe.
No!
Down the tip to the bone. And I was
the bone!
I was not lying to you when I said that before. They want it to the bone.
A needle can go all the way to the bone like that?
Yes. And the reason why they do it is because they need to numb all the nerves around your bone.
Fuck!
Because that's where it's really going to hurt the most.
Fuck! I don't want a needle that deep in my fucking skin!
So, from the tip of my toe, he shoves the needle in. And my thing for most of my life is I can't feel needles at all. Like, if I get an IV or get a shot, I can't feel the needle going in my body. So it's
So if you fall asleep, I can give you the corona vaccine and you won't even know.
Yeah. So, like, there's been times...
You won't even know until you wake up and you're in incredibly terrible pain for a full day. Wow, what a great vaccine.
Yeah, and I've heard some people have gotten the vaccine multiple times for whatever reason. Why?
Well, you have to get it twice.
Why?
That's just how the science works, but yeah.
And apparently you could still get it even with the vaccine, so...
Yeah, as soon as I found out that getting the vaccine is nearly a guaranteed full day of immense pain, I realized, considering that even if I magically got COVID, which now that everybody's getting vaccinated, I'm most likely never going to get COVID, but even if I got COVID, chances are somebody of my age and my physicality, I might not even have any symptoms. I might have already had COVID and just didn't even know it. I would rather live with that than get a vaccine that is guaranteed to cause me a day of pain. Absolutely fuck that. I think I'm gonna let the rest of you get vaccinated. I'm holding off until they either figure out how to make one that doesn't make you sick.
Man, and you were so excited for these.
I didn't know that it was a guaranteed way to feel pain.
You're like, man, when these vaccines come out, I'm going to get it before anybody else.
I never said that. No. I'll take my chances with COVID, thank you. I would rather have COVID than a guaranteed day of pain like that. Yeah. Anyway, continue. How was the needle in your toe?
So this needle is like the smallest needle you could imagine, honestly. And like... He shoves it in the tip of my toe.
So it's like the width of my dick.
He shoves it in the tip of my toe.
Come on, that was a self-burn. You can't ignore it.
Just pushing it in a little bit, you could see like the needle bend because of how thin it is. So he kept shoving it in. And it like turned inside my toe and came out the side of my toe. And he's squeezing the medicine thinking it's going into my toe.
It's just going all over your pants.
But I feel wetness. I'm like, what is that? So I look over and there's a wet spot on my right leg, pant leg. And I look at my toe and I see a little silver thing sticking out. And it's just spewing the medicine out of the needle.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, hey, sir, the needle kind of came out the side of my toe there. And he's like, oh my God, I didn't even notice. He's like, how are you not in pain? I'm like, So he pulls it out.
I simply deal with the pain.
And he shoves another one in to the tip of my toe, all the way to the bone. And I could even feel the pressure of it, like, in the center of my toe. And he injects, I think, 2 syringefuls of this numbing agent. And within about 30 seconds to a minute, like, my whole foot feels ice cold, and I can't feel it at all. Like, he's taking a pokey instrument or whatever and, like, stabbing me all over the toe and all over the foot, and I, like, literally couldn't feel anything. He's like, all right, now, you could either watch or we can go get, like, a curtain to put up. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm watching. He's like, are you sure some patients get queasy, or even though it's numb, they can still feel the pain because they like are watching it? I'm like, no, that's
like
fine.
Like a placebo pain?
Yeah. So I'm like, no, it's fine. Just go ahead. I'm good.
You should have filmed it.
You're not allowed to film in there. I asked because I wanted to film it, and he said no. So basically, what he did was he took a pair of tweezers and what looked like a little knife, but it wasn't like a scalpel sharp. It was just sharp enough to like cut dead skin, I guess. And so he takes that knife, puts it underneath my toenail, and I see it like behind my toenail. And next thing I know, he just shoves it all the way down to the base of the toenail behind my nail. And he starts scraping it back and forth.
This is horrible.
Now, the whole time, I can feel the pressure on my foot.
Some people masturbate to this podcast. You are ruining the mood.
So I'm watching it scrape back and forth, and then he takes the tweezers, and shoves them down back there too, and grabs one end, and you hear like a cracking noise as he rips the whole nail off.
Just in like, one fell swoop?
In one fell swoop, just rips the whole thing off, and like you can hear the nail breaking away from the flesh. It's just like a ripping noise, but meat being ripped. And of course, immediately it starts bleeding terribly.
Yeah, so I bet.
He's like washing it out with this saline stuff, keeping it dry. And then they like wrapped it up for a while. He's like, all right, we got to let the blood stop flowing. So maybe in like 30 minutes, we'll be back in and we'll put this gel in there. Well, it's not really a gel. He said it's more like an acid that kills all the...
no, don't even get me started on acid.
He says it kills all the nerve endings and stuff in there, so like the toenail will never grow back.
So what is it now? Just like hard skin?
It's just callus. So they go out. I wait about 30 minutes. The bleeding stopped in my toe. They came back. It's like this gel that they put in a syringe, and they like open up the side flaps of your toe since there's no nail there.
Yeah.
And they inject the acid down into the sides of your toe.
Did that hurt?
No.
You still numb?
No. Well, yeah, I was numb for like 2 days.
Oh.
That's how much you put in there. Yeah, so they put it in there. You could see it like fizzing, like little bubbles fizzing out. And then he's like, all right, now I got to make sure I get all of that out, because if I leave it in, you could lose your toe. Like, because it's acid. It's like literally eating the skin in there.
Yeah.
So he salines it all out, and then he wraps it up, and basically put my whole foot in like this wrap kind of thing.
All because you didn't want to trim the sides of your nail.
Because I knew it would come back, knowing my luck, and I would just have to go back in again.
You couldn't have predicted that you would be unemployed for the rest of the year? Yeah.
But, yeah, so it's actually happening on my right toe, too.
Oh,
so
what the fuck? You're not even wearing boots anymore!
It was like that before. It was already ingrown, but it wasn't as bad as the other one. But if they're already ingrown...
At this point, just chop off both of your legs. You'll be better off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to go get it done again with my other toe.
Is it a recommendable experience that you're so excited to go do it again?
Honestly, I want to try and sneak my phone to record it.
You absolutely should.
Especially with my new 8K phone. I can record it in 8K.
Hartsy Protsy, that's your next reaction video. Biggs getting his big toenail ripped clean off. Go film it.
So yeah, that's the big story of me not having a toenail on my left big toe.
For the next episode, can you think of your favorite story involving your mom being a piece of shit? Because I would love to hear some Biggs mom big story.
Yeah, I can try and think of the best one.
Every day I'll text you reminding you, hey, spend some time today thinking about how much you hate your mom. I think that would be healthy. I'm going to text that to you every day.
Very healthy.
And that's it for this episode, I think. I hope we discussed it, all of you. I hope a lot of you were trying to eat lunch and or dinner while listening to that toe story. Should we post a photo of your toe?
I mean, if you want, sure.
Maybe you should tweet that out. We need more people to follow you on Twitter, and I think a picture of your calloused, non-toenail toe might really be the thing that makes you go viral on Twitter.
Sure.
Would you really post that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, do it.
Should I post it when this goes up?
Well, yeah, I think the context might help.
Yeah. Because if I posted it, I wouldn't put any caption or anything. It would just be that.
You should. So there's a link in the description to Biggs' Twitter, and if you're hearing this, that means the tweet is up.
Yeah, I believe it's twitter.com/Bigsington.
Which we bullied Biggs into changing his profile picture to, I think it's Joseph Stalin with Biggs' head on it. So that's how you know you're in the right place. See you guys next week, and look forward to Wheel 3.
See ya.